For that great interlude, and I want to bring in our two guests. We've got AJ Gindi. AJ is the community activist. Is that what you call it?
Community advocate, Jim.
I knew it was something like that. For renewal, AJ's down here from Brooklyn. He's going to be helping me with a bunch of events across town. So if you want to learn more, you just email r1125@renewal.org. You can get all the information you want. We've also got Bini Masin. Bini is also a woman that has donated her kidney to a stranger. So we've got two of the people that are miracle makers that have changed the world for people they did not even know. We'll start with AJ. AJ, what prompted you to get involved and donate a kidney? How'd you find out about that?
Well, Jim, first, thank you for having me on your show. And God willing, this show will be very, very successful and be able to find a nice match for your wife, Vivian, who we've been looking for diligently. And I know the work that you've done on her behalf has been tremendous, really outspoken. There's no words to say the amount of work that you've done to get your wife a kidney. And God willing, this will all happen. Yes, I'm a donor. I donated back in February 2013. And I don't know what made me do it. They called me up and they told me that they had a match. I took a blood test, a swab test actually for a bone marrow, which I wanted to do originally. And then it turned out that the person that I did match up with the bone marrow, the recipient got sick and was no longer able to do it. And I got a phone call about wanting to donate my kidney.
Well, we're getting phone calls right now. I mean, people are calling in all over. They want to talk to you, but you got a phone call to donate your kidney.
I got a phone call to donate my kidney, and I said, okay, this sounds like a good idea. I'll do it. And they said, what do you mean? Don't you want to speak to your wife or somebody else? I said, no, I'll do it.
You control your own kidney, huh?
What does it take? They said, well, you'll be out for a couple of weeks. I said, I'm interested. What do I got to do? Send me wherever I got to go, and let's get this done. And within about 3 weeks, I was on the table, donating my kidney to a man that I never met until that day in the hospital. And I get very choked up about it when I think about it because I never knew this man.
Okay.
This man was on dialysis and he thought his life was over. Who's thinking about me? I'm in the room with a lot of other people on a machine, living off this machine. How is it possible someone's going to step forward that has no idea who I am and is going to want to save my life?
I would say just go.
How's that possible? And sure enough, it happened. His wife gave my wife a tremendous hug and said, your husband is an angel. God sent an angel from heaven. This man fell into our lap. We don't know where he came from. He doesn't know where he came from. He doesn't know how he got here. And sure enough, my good friend Mitch Bornstein, who now shares a part of my body with himself, and we are now kidney brothers. We both have one kidney each that's functioning. And that's what you really need is one kidney to function. And I'll tell you, it's been life-changing, not only for Mitch, but for myself. And since that time, I've had about 15 or 20 of my friends that have now donated their kidneys as well and saved lives as well. This is a ripple effect. We have Bini here as well, a kidney donor before my time, before I donate my kidney. She's a special person as well. And there are other people out there that can do this. Unfortunately, they just don't know what it takes to do it, and they don't know what are the gratification features of it. And if they did, there'd be donors out there every single day. Somebody'd be lining up to be another donor.
AJ, we got people calling. Wanda, who do we got on the first call there? Hello, caller. Who do we have, Wanda?
Hi there.
Hello. Who's on the line?
Hi there.
Hello. Is there anybody on the line? Okay, we'll keep going. Okay, so Bini, why don't you tell everybody why you got involved and why you gave your kidney and how you feel?
Well, Jim, as it turned out, I have a very dear friend.
Well, hold on a second. Now we got the caller.
Are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, go ahead. I'm sorry, Bini. Hi, who do we have and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Lisa, and I just want to know how long will the recovery be, and is there any compensation for lost wages, traveling time back and forth to the hospital, and things like that?
Oh, very good question. Thank you so much for calling. AJ?
Lisa, that's an excellent question. It's happened to be probably one of our top 3 questions that we have is how long is the recovery time? Well, that really depends on each person individually. I'd say the average recovery time is between 10 days, 2 weeks. It goes as far as 4 or 5 weeks, depending on the physical condition of the person before they went into the surgery. In my case, I had the surgery on a Tuesday. I was out on a Thursday. And I was back at work on Monday for a couple of hours. I was bowling back the following Tuesday, and I was playing racquetball a week and a half later. But that was really an exceptional case. I wanted to really go out there and do as much as I can because I wanted to show my friends that they can do this as well. And the average recovery time is about 2 to 4 weeks, I would say.
And what about somebody who's like got a job, they miss work, stuff like that?
Renewal reimburses all lost wages throughout the testing period. Anytime that you're out of work, anytime you have to go for a test, just give us the bill and we'll reimburse you dollar for dollar how much you would have made that day in work, your traveling expenses, your food expenses. If you had to get a day worker to take care of your children, we'll pay for that as well. After the surgery is done, you want to go on vacation for a week, 10 days, whatever it is, because you want to have some time to fully get a full recovery, we'll pay for that vacation. Whatever it takes for someone to donate a part of their body, because you're doing a tremendous act by donating that part of your body. Anything that you need, we will reimburse you for that need.
Now let's talk to Bini for a second, because Bini gave up her carpool duty today to be with us. Now, Bini, what prompted you to donate your kidney?
So, Jim, I have a dear friend who was ill. As it turned out, she needed a kidney, and nobody in her family was a match for her, unfortunately. And I decided that I wanted to test to see if I was a match. And then it just so happened I was not a match for her either. It was devastating. Thank God at the end of the day, she found a match. And I went onto a list of potential donors until I found my recipient, which took, by the way, years. It was very difficult for me to find somebody that I was a match for.
Wow.
And as it turned out, he's doing beautifully. 6 years later, he's an engineer for the Israeli military, and he is still working and thriving.
Yeah, what did he come up with over there? I just, you told me that, and I'm just softballing you. We got to tell him what your guy invented. Go lean in and tell him.
So he
You're gonna love
created
this.
a mechanism with a team of engineers that protects tanks when they're in action from short-range rockets and missiles.
So there's something that this is called on a common name. How might people know this?
Well, actually, this technology was transformed, so to speak, to protect entire communities. And it's known today as, we know it as the Iron Dome.
Okay, so your kidney not only saved one guy, but it helped save an entire country, you're trying to tell me?
Very indirectly.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, well, I'm going to I'm speechless. So do we got another caller holding? Maybe they can ask a
Karen,
question?
I think is
Yeah, well, why don't you see? Karen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Karen. Why don't you ask us your question?
Hi, yes, I would. What I'd like to know is if I choose to donate my kidney, what will I be able to eat or what food should I avoid if I want to be a donor? And what type of meds will I need to take?
Okay, AJ, this is in your ralley. I mean, I don't know those answers.
Well, I have here a nutritionist next to me, and
Oh.
a health freak next to her. But I'll tell you, I love my Laffy Taffies, and I have them every single day. So nothing's really changed in my diet. You can drink anything you want. You can have anything. You can eat anything you want. Really, the only thing you cannot do is you can't have an actual aspirin. You can have Tylenol, because the NIAID is something that affects the kidneys. You can't have an aspirin every day. If you need to have one once every few months, it's not a problem. They told me that black diamond skiing is a problem, only because of the fact that I only have one kidney left, and if I fell, I might injure that kidney. If I really wanted to ski, I could, as long as I wore a belt. And there's actually no downside as far as what you can eat. You can eat anything that you want. It's actually the recipient that is on a special diet. The recipient needs to take meds for the rest of their lives, an anti-rejection medication. But as far as the donor is concerned, you go back to a normal life, do anything that you want. You can eat anything you want. Just don't do any black diamond skiing or do any tackle football. Those are the two things that I was told I can't do.
Now, Beanie, have you seen any impact on your life since you donated a kidney? Any kind of negative physical activity or anything like that?
Absolutely no negative impact. We do have to drink a lot of water just to flush our existing
That's true.
kidney out.
Yes.
And that's about it. Eat a healthful diet, exercise, and do
The
what
kidney
we're
is actually a
supposed to do.
muscle, so the water builds that muscle. When a person has two kidneys, they give the weaker one of the two away. You have one kidney that does 70% of the work, and the other one does 30% of the work. The one that's the weaker one is the one that they give away. Usually it's the left kidney, and the other kidney is the one that you retain. And in order to build that kidney up to 100% activity, that's what the water does. The water flushes the system, as Mimi just mentioned. It also builds the muscle, which the kidney is. Kidney is only 4 ounces. The whole kidney fits in the palm of your hand. If you saw the machinery that takes to do the work that a kidney does, you see the miracles of God and what God has been presented to every human being. You should be thankful for the gift that you have in your system.
It's a cabinet. The thing is a cabinet, the machine that does the dialysis. They can go to WPLG.com, search for Vivian Freed. They can see the machine. They can see Vivian on the machine. Maybe now is a good time to take a quick break, and then we'll come back for another segment. So stick with us. We're going to have life-changing information that's going to help spiritual people be able to connect and self-actualize. We'll be back with more information with Beanie, with AJ, and with me, the Kidney Seeker. Back after this.